Well, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this historic announcement. Before I share the exciting news, I want to make sure everyone understands how deep-rooted and profound the relationship is between Lourdes and UL Athletics. The partnership between Our Lady of Lourdes Regional Medical Center and the University of Louisiana dates back to the 1980s, with Our Lady of Lourdes providing gifts for endowments, scholarships, and community campaigns. Over the years, the relationship expanded through the provision of numerous healthcare services to UL Athletics. Lourdes Imaging Network joined the Ragin' Cajuns Healthcare Alliance in 2007 as our official imaging provider. As a result, all UL student athletes have benefited from first-class services in the areas of X-ray and CT and MRI scans. Our Lady of Lourdes Regional Medical Center made significant investments in our Healthcare Alliance in 2015 to assist with medical equipment and supplies that has allowed our sports medicine staff, team physicians, and other health professionals to provide continuous, high-level acute healthcare services to our 400-plus student athletes in our state-of-the-art Myers Family Foundation sports medicine facility. Further funding from Our Lady of Lourdes allowed the athletics department to add athletic trainers to ensure proper coverage of our 16 sport programs. As a result of this one-of-a-kind service, Lourdes was named and continues to serve as the team behind the team, delivering healthcare expertise in the areas of sports medicine, ER services, concussion management, advanced imaging, and rehabilitation services. And our partnership branches well beyond our two organizations, reaching deep into this community. For the past 6 years, Our Lady of Lourdes and Ragin' Cajuns Athletics have teamed up to provide healthcare screenings and awareness to the fans at sporting venues on the UL campus. On a broader scale, our partnership continues to bring awareness to and raise monies for major health issues facing our community and nation, such as breast cancer and strokes. Ragin' Cajun student athletes and coaches have been committed to visiting Lourdes patients in areas such as the burn center, rehab therapy, cancer and infusion units, and the pediatric and neonatal ICU at the newly acquired Women's and Children's Hospital. And this partnership continues to grow. As recent as 2019, Our Lady of Lourdes stepped up to ensure the health and well-being of our coaching staffs by providing regular physicals on site in the Mosing Student Athlete Performance Center. In 2020, Our Lady of Lourdes and Park Place Surgical Hospital very generously invested $400,000 in a training technology known as Catapult that records a variety of data while our student athletes are training and competing, which our staff can collect and analyze, allowing for the optimization of student-athlete sport performance. This cutting-edge technology is seen primarily at Power 5 programs and in professional sport organizations. And during this recent COVID year, Our Lady of Lourdes stepped up and provided vaccination clinics, giving all of our student athletes the opportunity to receive the COVID vaccine. True partners. So as you can see, the relationship and partnership between Our Lady of Lourdes and Louisiana Athletics has existed for almost 35 years. And guess what? It continues to grow. Today, on behalf of President Savoy, Head Coach Billy Napier, and our entire university, it is my absolute pleasure to announce a most generous, transformational, and record-setting $15 million lead gift from Our Lady of Lourdes Regional Medical Center toward our football stadium capital project. This game-changing investment not only solidifies our amazing partnership for the long-term foreseeable future, it also secures the stadium naming rights upon completion of the renovation. Fans from near and far will watch the Ragin' Cajuns play football on Cajun Field at Our Lady of Lourdes Stadium. I want to personally thank the leadership of FMOL, particularly CEO Dr. Richard Vath and COO Mr. Kevin Cook, for their support and commitment to this investment. To Our Lady of Lourdes Regional Medical Center President and CEO, Dr. Kathy Healy Collier. What an impact you have made in just a matter of months. Thank you for your unwavering support of UL Athletics, the University of Louisiana, and all of Acadiana. It has been an absolute pleasure working with you since your arrival, and I look forward to many more years of partnering with you and your team. Board member, Mr. Brian Hanks. Brian, your commitment, passion, and vision for both Our Lady of Lourdes and UL has set a standard for all to follow. Thank you very much for everything you have done and continue to do for both organizations. There have been a number of individuals who have been working behind the scenes to ensure all of the T's were crossed and I's were dotted. I want to personally thank UL Lafayette Foundation CEO and Vice President for University Advancement, Mr. John Bloom, Associate Vice President for Development, Lisa Capone, and our entire development and foundation teams for their expertise and dedication in seeing this agreement through. And speaking of behind the scenes, it would be unforgivable of me to not recognize and publicly thank Mr. Travis Swallow, Assistant Athletics Director for Sports Medicine. Travis has served as the main point of contact between our two organizations, truly stewarding our relationship on a day-to-day basis. Thank you to RCF Executive Director, Mr. Lee DeLeon, and his staff for providing necessary support throughout this entire process. And how about this venue and setup? Thank you to Michelle Bernard for coordinating and ensuring a first-class event for such a historical moment. To our catering partner, Sodexo, thank you for providing today's refreshments. But I would be remiss if I did not personally thank and acknowledge two individuals who about 3 years ago started the conversation about the very reason we are here today. It was at Pour Restaurant and Bar in River Ranch, where Deputy Director of Athletics Nico Yanko and Lourdes Vice President Duke Walker had the foresight to come up with a stadium naming rights concept to further deepen and solidify the partnership between UL Athletics and Our Lady of Lourdes. So Nico and Duke, thank you both for having the courage to think big. So at this time, I'm going to ask President Savoy and Coach Napier to join me at the podium. We're going to go up front here. Right there. And so now, if I can get Our Lady of Lourdes President and CEO, Dr. Kathy Healy Collier, to come up. Kathy, we want to present you with a couple gifts to thank you and commemorate today's announcement. Awesome. 15 is a perfect number. At this time, it's also June 15th. How about that? There you go. We had that planned the whole time. That's right. At this time, I'd like to bring up to the podium the leader of our fine university, whose athletic department he allows me to steward each and every day, President Joe Savoy.
Well, thank you, Dr. Maggard, for that introduction, and good afternoon to everyone. We appreciate all of you joining us. A very special welcome to our partners at Our Lady of Lourdes Regional Medical Center, whose generosity has made this milestone possible. Now, none of us would be here without Kathy Healy Collier, Dr. Richard Vath, Kevin Cook, Duke Walker, Elizabeth Arnold, and the executives and board members, including Brian Hanks at Our Lady of Lourdes, and the leadership of the Franciscan Missionaries of Our Lady Health System. Also like to recognize Senator Gerald Boudreaux, who's somewhere in the audience, and our Mayor President, Josh Gilroy. Thanks to all of you. Now, at the university, my appreciation goes to Brian Maggard, Nico Yanko, and the team of the Department of Athletics, Coach Billy Napier, and the coaching and support staffs, and of course our student athletes, some of whom have joined us today, whose sweat and success have made the Raging Cajuns football a nationally ranked brand synonymous with excellence. I'm also very thankful to the fans and friends whose loyalty have helped build a program that can inspire this level of support. Now, this September will mark 50 years since Cajun Field played host to its first contest. In that half century, nothing has made fans pray for a miracle or believe in them more than game day. Last season, Nate Snyder's 53-yard field goal hit the mark. It was miraculous. In November of 1982, the Cajuns pulled off the greatest homecoming comeback in school history, trailing ULM 26-0 at halftime. A 60-yard touchdown run by quarterback Dwight Pudum sparked a rally where the Cajuns scored 40 points in the second half and beat ULM 40-26. Another miracle if Dwight could run 60 yards today. And of course, the goalpost that was pulled down following our miracle win in 1996 over Texas A&M is still on the move. Someone told me that they spotted it somewhere in Canada last week. So it's, I think, appropriate that the new name for this iconic and soon-to-be renovated structure, Cajun Field at Our Lady of Lourdes Stadium, references a miracle. But more importantly, the name pays tribute to an institution that has been a tremendous partner to the university and whose commitment to the future of our community we share. The challenges of the past year offered a stark reminder of how vital a strong and agile medical landscape is to the safety and well-being of everyone who calls this region home. Lourdes and its staff provided care and guidance at a critical period in our community. This compassionate, steady hand enabled us to reach a moment when coming together to enjoy life's touchstones, and we hope touchdowns, is again possible. This fall, when Cajun Field opens its gates and fills its stands with fans eager to witness the next season of miracles, we can thank Our Lady of Lourdes Regional Medical Center and all the area's healthcare heroes who dedicated their lives to keeping us safe. So Cajun Field is more than a stadium. It's a classroom where student athletes learn lessons in leadership and determination that benefit them in competition and throughout their lifetimes. It is hallowed ground where Russ Falkenberry and Nelson Stokely, Charles Tillman and Jake Delhomme and hundreds of coaches and student athletes became legends, and where its memories are being observed again. It's a place where students come together with their friends and where alumni return with their families to connect once again to their alma mater. Cajun Field is a special place and has been for a half century. The generosity of Our Lady of Lourdes Regional Medical Center will help ensure that the next 50 years are just as special, and we're very grateful. So thank you, all of you, for joining us on this historic day. Go Cajuns. The lady of the hour.
Wow, what a great crowd we have here. Thank you for this opportunity to speak to all of you. On behalf of the Franciscan Missionaries of Our Lady Health System and Our Lady of Lourdes, we are extremely pleased to offer this special gift for the future of the University of Louisiana and Raging Cajun Athletics. This gift was made possible with the support of our health system, our Lourdes Board of Directors, our medical staff, and a lot of great work from our executive team members. I wish to send a sincere thank you to all of you. It was unanimous. This gift is terrific for the Acadiana community, and after the year that we've had, it's time to live big again. The alignment between Our Lady of Lourdes and the university dates back to when we were next door neighbors on St. Mary and St. Landry Street. We rolled out that big red Go Cajuns banner on the side of our parking tower and cheered on our home team. For many years, nursing students have trained alongside our clinicians. Graduates and even alumni athletes have impacted our healthcare ministry as doctors, nurses, and in businesses as leaders in their respective fields. Since 1987, we have been a steadfast contributor to the university, and it has grown and thrived. We have offered our support for endowments and joint scholarships in nursing, allied health, healthcare administration, and other areas of education. Over the last 14 years, Lourdes recognized the healthcare needs of UL's athletes, whether that be injury management when hurt, prevention to keep students well and in the game, or needed equipment and technology to enhance performance. Your student athletes have consistently welcomed us with open arms and graced our hospitals. They provide inspiration to our patients every day. We supplemented many of your athletic programs and provided notable support for your Ragin' Cajun Healthcare Alliance. If it's needed for the health and well-being of UL students and athletes, you can rely on our support. On our healthcare campuses, we proudly wear red as your team behind the team. This partnership has helped give voice to important initiatives like stroke symptom awareness and celebrating advances in cancer survivorship here in Acadiana. The smiles from our pediatric patients were priceless when you all came to visit our children's hospital. Our relationship continues to evolve in meaningful ways. This educational institution impacts all of us. UL is an economic anchor for the entire community. This gift is an investment to help elevate our regional profile as a thriving community. We will attract new students, grow business, and showcase our true Ragin' Cajun spirit. I'm told we bleed vermilion and not red down here. Our community has invested their hearts and their unwavering trust in the University of Louisiana. We're proud to stand alongside them with this partnership announcement. As our university succeeds, we all rise together. Our alignment continues with the new era of synergies between education and health. We are a community partner that helps to shape health, wellness, and future championship performances for fans, graduates, and athletes. For us at Lourdes, this is an incredible day towards our collective, very bright future. Dr. Savoy, Dr. Maggard, Coach Napier, thank you all for this vision. We couldn't be more excited about this partnership and all that is ahead for our home team. Go Ragin' Cajuns.
We'd now like to welcome to the podium the head coach of the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns, Billy Napier.
That's 3 tough acts to follow right there. I can't get over, somebody said we got down 26-0 to ULM. So, yeah. That made me sweat a little bit just right there. What a remarkable day to be a Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns, huh? What a special day. You know, I wrote down a few things that I thought were significant, and I'm a lot slower talker than they are, so hopefully you can keep up here. But, you know, partnerships are meaningful. Partnerships help transform communities. They help transform universities, businesses. But most importantly, partnerships, they impact people. And I think that's what today's about. You know, partnerships create remarkable opportunities for all the people that are involved. We certainly have some of them in this room today. You know, we're here today to make a great announcement, but I think more importantly, we're here to celebrate a partnership, a great partnership that has more history than even I was aware of after listening a little bit today. You know, in the last few years, my experience, when our program has needed help to continue to evolve, to continue to grow, Our Lady of Lourdes has consistently met our needs. That's what I would tell you. And I think that's what we know them for, right? They meet our needs. They've been there They've always picked up the call. This is a first-class operation top to bottom, right? That has some of the same values and visions that maybe I try to live life with. And I certainly respect that. From healthcare to rehab services to Catapult, now a monumental and a historical $15 million gift for the stadium renovation. You know, in this stadium renovation, I think it's important to realize that this will engage the community and the university campus. You know, a 24/7, 365-day year-round venue that can generate revenue, and drive attendance and participation on game day to another level. This project is going to completely change the experience for all the Raging Cajuns, not only the ones that play on the field, but the ones that will be watching. It's going to give us an edge in recruiting. It's going to allow us to continue to acquire young men that have got talent, but more importantly, character, as we continue in the right direction, right, and build momentum across the board. You know, we've worked extremely hard here to continue daily to build a program around the concept of making an impact. Not only making an impact with the win-loss record, but more importantly, the person, right? The student athlete. And this investment, and that's exactly what it is, it's an investment that's going to allow us to continue down that path. It's always important to keep people at the core of what we do, and I think Our Lady of Lourdes exemplifies just that. They keep people at the core of what they do. We're incredibly grateful for their support. You know, I'm here today to represent our team and our entire organization, and we'd like to say thank you. We're going to continue to work hard to represent this community, this university, with great humility and pride on and off the field. But again, as simple as I could say it, thank you to Our Lady of Lourdes for an incredible historical gift and investment. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Coach Napier. If everyone could please turn their attention now to the screens on either side here, we'll have a quick video presentation. We'd like to offer a special thank you to our own videographer, Doug Domain, for putting that together, a great showcase of the partnership that is to come.